Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Okay, so I finished up the altered book journal, and I have a whole bunch of book pages to do something with. A whole bunch of book pages. And so I was thinking to make some envelopes with them. The smallest one on here, the paper size is 5 by 5, and depending on how I tore them out, these are, you know, pretty much right there. A couple of them I can't use, and they don't have to be like totally perfectly 5 by 5 on the edge, but I thought I would show you. I'm sure this has been done before. I just, you know, I'm trying to find something to make with mine, and thought I might as well make a video of it. So that's what we'll do today. I would love to think that I could do several, but you know, I'm becoming more and more aware of how painfully slow I am at crafting. I mean, it's crazy painful. I am so slow. Okay, so the smallest on the envelope punch board, like I said, is 5 by 5. So that's why I'm cutting it to a 5 by 5. And then we'll do one without the punch board as well. Okay, so what I decided to do is, I don't think it really matters on if anything's upside down or not, but I just want to do a quick, you know, make sure I don't see any terrible words. It looks fine. And then I'm going to glue them together. I'm doing 2 pages just to thicken it up a little bit, because, you know, book pages are pretty thin. And so I don't know how long an envelope would last. It may be fine, but just in case, I thought I would do it this way. And so I'm putting glue on one side, and I'm going to go ahead and do some glue stick on the other side, just because I don't want any space really without glue, but it doesn't have to be. It's just that I have a lot of this glue and I feel like I might as well use it. So there we go. And then we just have to line them up. Bigger chunks and take them and wipe them off on a piece of scrapbook paper down there, or scrap paper down there. And then close this real quick. So I've had this long enough that it's not blue anymore. It's weird that even though it's closed, I don't know if it's because it's been opened once. Okay, where did my spreader go? I just cleaned it so that I could use it. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know what I did with it. So that was pointless. I probably left it in the kitchen on the counter. Okay, one thing about this is, while the glue's still a little bit damp, it is hard to put it through the punch board. And I also don't want to gum up the punch. So I actually think I'll make another one and let this sit and dry for just a couple of minutes while we do it. So. Okay, so since I was able to use the punch board, I know not everybody has them, so because I have one, I was able to kind of get an idea of how to do it again without the punch board, if that makes sense. So we'll do one with and one without. don't see anything bad on there. Or on there. It should be fine. It's really, really pretty outside today. It's supposed to be, oh, I don't know, mid to high 50s, but by the end of the week, it's supposed to hit 75. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm not sure I'm ready for that. It goes from long sleeve shirt to pretty warm pretty quickly. I mean, in comparison, I know places are a lot hotter than that, but you know, it's a quick change is what I'm trying to say. And I still haven't gotten outside to do any yard work. I really want to do that this week. I really want to do that. But I also want to do this, and so there's the problem. Okay, so this one's pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and try and do the punch on it. So it says to do, the score line is at 2, so we'll go ahead and do that, and this. And I'm just gently, you know, doing the score line so that I'm not tearing the paper. Okay. A little bit that didn't, if you can see that, a little bit that didn't cut, because I think of the dampness of the paper still. And I'm going to go ahead and ink right now. It's probably easier to do it now before it's all folded. I don't know. I'll have to do it probably again after I fold it, but and the other side as well. Okay. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I don't like this. I always cut it off. So I just line it up. You could fold it, you know, you can do whatever, but I line it up just to avoid bulk. I cut it off and then I just kind of round the edge a little bit. And then we'll ink that again. And then this one folds down really far as well. And I'm just going to, let's see, I'll give it a fairly straight line just so that I don't do a bad thing and really goof it up. Because I have been known to Alrighty, and then we have these edges to ink. There's always so much inking to do on an envelope, isn't there? Okay, so what I'm thinking to do is I want to try and make a little band for it to tuck into. I haven't tried this yet, so, you know, I don't know. And I'm thinking maybe we'll make it, I didn't fold that real straight, but okay, hold on. I'll try again. I think if I do like two lines of words, that should probably be good. Again, my folding isn't perfect. And then I'm gonna cut where I can just glue it down and make it thicker. Just to beef it up a little bit. And let's see how long we want it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut there just to get started. So here to maybe policeman. Okay, I didn't cut that perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue. Okay, and I was thinking that we would put it on with you guys, I don't know how I lose things so quickly. My cloth, my goodness, I tell you what. Okay, so I want to put it on with some brads, and I'm going to use my little pokey thing to get a hole started on there. Make sure it's where I want it to be. Actually think what I might do. So all of this has to be done before you glue. You see how I did that? I lined it up, I opened it back up again, and now I'm gonna poke holes for my brads. Okay. And then I'm going to use, I took those out as well. Here they are. Some little red ones. It's a color that I don't use very often. Make sure I get it through the right hole. Make a new one. Okay, and then I don't know if it's going to matter which way it points, but I'm going to go side to side. Okay, and then I can glue it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so then this tucks down inside of there. Isn't that cute? And then we should add something there because that's kind of plain. But I thought about decorating the back. So imagine that this is inside of a pocket, so I would want this showing. However, now I feel that I have this on this side, so I'm gonna decorate this side just to even it out a little bit. And so I actually, you guys, I'm trying to be a little bit more prepared on this one because sometimes I think, oh, it'll be fine. And one little thing takes me an hour. So I cut out a couple things, chose a couple of things. I'm thinking to do this with these little flowers on top, and I think that'll be cute. I'm going to ink the flowers just a little bit. It's vintage photo, so I don't think it'll show up very much, but it might. And then I wanted to use maybe a white one. Inside. These are little pearly heart ones. Buzz. Okay. Oh, and then I want to go ahead and poke it through this as well. Let's see. Okay. This one's petal is kind of folded up weird. Alrighty, and then we'll just glue that down. Okay, I think that's really cute, you guys. And then, so you can have a little something inside, you know, just, I don't know if this one's gonna fit, but just whatever on the inside, you know? Doesn't fit all the way, but I think that would be really cute down inside of a pocket. Come on. So there's that. I'll probably add a little something right here. I just don't know what at this point. So we'll move that out of the way. And then for the next one, so we have our 5x5. So I'm going to do this one without the paper punch or the envelope punch because, like I said, not everybody has an envelope punch. So a 5x5, and of course, this is what I'm going by because this is what works for the width of my paper, okay? So I have a 5x5. We're going to go ahead and ink it. And so these measurements are from the one I just made, is how I came up with it. I tried to do it without any sort of a guide, and I ended up making my folds crooked, and so then my envelope ended up being kind of off, where it's skinny at the top and fatter at the bottom. So I thought, oh, well, if I make something to guide me on where to fold, maybe that would help. So that's what I did. Get some of that out of the way. Okay, so this is, it's 2 1/4 wide and 3 3/4. So 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and this is 5 by 5. Okay, so I took it and I laid it in, and at this point you have to do just your best to kind of line it up. Okay, and then you want to bring these sides together to where the corners are kind of pointing at each other, and I think that's how we're going to get the best square or rectangle, I guess it would be. This is the best way I could come up with it. I mean, I'm sure somebody else has a better way, but this is the best way I could come up with it. And I don't know, maybe I just still didn't fold real well, but I guess we'll find out when we go to finish it off. We'll see how it works out. I don't know, if I feel like it's not gonna work. But even if it's a little misshapen, you know, that's okay. It's okay. So I'm gonna lay that back down in there so that I can kind of line up this one. And when I folded this the last time practicing before I was, you know, gonna make the video, my paper was still a little bit damp. It's pretty dry now, and so it's actually harder to fold. So it might be better to glue than fold, glue than fold. Okay, so, yep. So it still is a little smaller at the top than it is at the bottom, which I don't really like. I'm gonna see if I can bring this side in a little bit. Well, okay, well, we're gonna do the best we can with it. So, I mean, really, ideally, you want your folds to be right up next to this paper, but it's kind of hard to tell when it's, you know, when it's inside and the paper's, you know, gotten more firm. It's kind of hard. So, but I'm gonna try one more time, one more fold. Yeah, see how they're not pointing at each other? We don't want that. That's better. Okay, so just play with it a little bit. It'll get there. Okay, so here's the part where the punch board comes in nice, because you have these odd folds, right? So what I did was I took this side, and my fold is right here. I'm kind of lining my pair of scissors right up to that fold and just kind of giving it a little bit of a curve, and then doing the same on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to do it down here as well, right at the fold, and just giving it a little bit of a curve. Okay, and then I'm going to open it up because we've got these other things down here that are a problem. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to curve it and then go to the fold. So it's almost making what the punch board would make, but not quite. And we just have to get that excess out of there, okay? So then on the other side, okay, so then when we go to fold it up, we don't have those folds in our way. Does that make sense? And then we have the kind of curve that we are looking for. Okay, so I'm going to kind of line this up. So since it's not perfect, you know, because, you know, nobody's perfect. I couldn't get my folds quite perfect, then it doesn't line up exactly, but I'm okay with that. I actually open up envelopes, you know, from, you get a card or, you know, and it's in an envelope that was made by a machine, and they're not always perfect either. So I'm allowed to not be perfect, right? I'm thinking. Okay, so there's that. And then since I folded this one myself, the close is fine, in my opinion. I think it's just fine. So we will leave that as it is and then go ahead and ink up our sides. Let's see here. I'm wondering about maybe doing a fabric one. I don't know if it will hold it well. I don't know. I don't know if it will, actually. We'll go ahead and do the same one we did before. And then glue them down again. We'll ink it up. You could use other scrapbook paper if you wanted to do this instead of more of the book page. That would be fine. I'm just trying to use the book page. Let's see. Maybe. I was thinking blue because I've got some blue on this fabric here. Let me grab some blue ones. I'm pretty sure I probably have some blue ones since I found all of these at the thrift store. I have some square blue ones. That's cool. Okay, so remember we want to be able to put a hole through, you know, the envelope as well. So I'm opening it up and holding it right where I want it. And then I'll take and put my holes in. Cute. They're tiny. They're hard to hold on to, that's for sure. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and glue those down. Okay, so that will close down like that, and I can put something else, blue maybe, here. I don't know what at this point. I don't know, but I have these scraps that I think are cute. That actually might be kind of cute just like that. But I'm going to work on the other side for a second. Thought we would put them on. I'll grab some Fabri-Tac real quick. I'm just putting the Fabri-Tac kind of, okay, my words are more this direction, so I think I'll just go ahead and do this. And I'm just putting the Fabri-Tac kind of on the inside and giving it a little bit of a curve, just for fun. Oopsie. I do find rickrack kind of hard to glue. For sure. And then this is just a piece off of some, I don't know, doily that I've used in the past. And I thought, well, might as well keep it. I'll find something to do with it. I think it's really cute. Okay, so then, yeah, like I said, on this side we can put this, I guess. You could put it up here, but I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me, but I think that's cute. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the Fabri-Tac right on the paper. Okay. So that goes down inside of there. So I think it's really cute. And, you know, I only used 4 pieces of the book page, and I have scraps, but, you know, I still used, right? So there we go. A couple of little ideas to do with your book pages. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.